Well, hello guys on YouTube today. How are you guys today? Well, I got a bit of a problem here with one of my hard drive enclosure cases with my original digital 2 terabyte hard drive, green drive here. Apparently the hard drive enclosure is apparently a SATA 1 connection instead of a SATA 3 connection. I'm having some driver issues getting my hard drive to work on my computer. It's nothing about what the computer, the driver is working just fine with the computer. I tested it with 2 different USB cords, do the same problem. I think it's mostly the hard drive enclosure case I am using. It only supports apparently a 500 gigabyte hard drive. It does not apparently support a 2 terabyte Western digital drive. And let's go ahead and launch the application for the Windows computer, desktop computer here. And we're going to go ahead and turn the drive bay on, or the drive itself. And by the way, it's connected to my computer. I mean, it'll start up. It does take a pretty long time for it to recognize in my computer. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see it's kind of flickering a little bit though, with the red light and stuff. You can see it popped up fine now. See, there's the audio play thing here, but what's been happening with my 2 terabyte drive was the computer wasn't recognizing it because apparently I have a problem with the hard drive enclosure case. Let's go ahead and go into disk utilities here. This is to reformat the drive. I'm not going to reformat this drive because I have all my video files on this 2 terabyte drive. And we're going to go to systems, the drivers here for my computer. And by the way, you can also go to the USB to see if the USB pops up or not. But typically, if it's a hard drive, it would typically be up here with the hard drive. And the reason why I have a 2 terabyte drive, because I do a lot of videos, and I need the space on my computer because my computer is only a 500 gigabyte hard drive. You can see now she's loaded up here. Let's go ahead and test a non-hard drive inside this case as well. We're going to, before we shut it off, we're going to go to the little toolbar here. I can safely disconnect my hard drive if I can. Alright, let's exit the YouTube drive. The biggest problem I'm having with the computer, or the hard drive case here, apparently it's having some driver issues with the computer. We're going to go ahead and shut the hard drive off. And to test it with a non-hard drive, I'm going to use this original digital Blue Scorpion drive here. It's only a 20 gigabyte hard drive. This is a lot lighter, and it's a small form factor. It will still work in this case here. It's only a SATA 1. Apparently, I found out this was a SATA 1 case. What we're going to do is we're going to gently remove the hard drive bay here, very gently, without slamming my drive on my computer desk here, and I don't want to ruin any of the heads. And you can see here is my brand new original digital drive, and it's one of those Xenon cases, this one of those aluminum cases. And by the way, I do actually have an extra case as well. It's the same case. We're going to test this case. If it's the same problem with this case, we might have to buy a newer case with right here, I have to order it offline. to buy a new hard drive case. After my system has shut down, we're going to slide the drive out. By the way, I already unscrewed everything for it makes it easier for I can get my connections out. As you see, it is the 2 terabyte green drive here. It's the 6 gigabytes per second drive as well. It's a pretty nice drive, guys. We're gonna go ahead and set this drive right here, being very gently to set it down, and we're going to take the original digital Scorpion Blue drive, and we're going to pop it inside the SATA port on this drive as well. Now, this is not normally designed for laptop hard drives, but you can actually put a laptop hard drive if you really wanted to, and it'd be a whole lot lighter that way, but I don't recommend using a 3.5 inch bay here. I think what the problem is the chipset on these boards, or what's causing the problem with the drive not working. Here's the same model as that one now. You can see here's that chipset I was talking about. This is just a SATA board connection. I may switch the board to see if it's the same thing, if it's the same problem with this one, if it's the same problem with that one. Apparently, both of the hard drive caddies are defective. And we're going to go ahead and turn this guy on. You can see, no problem. This one will just really does fine with this one. You can see. It doesn't have a problem with the smaller drives. Apparently, I found out it's actually having a problem with the bigger drive. Let's go back to the utilities, and again, same thing. Going back to my drivers here into my computer, you can see there's the drive right there. And by the way, it's a pretty nice hard drive to have. We're gonna go ahead and safely remove it. Don't just turn it off. Safely remove the drive itself, or you kind of don't damage the hard drive, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Biggest problem is some of the things might go wrong with a hard drive enclosure case. Like, you gotta figure out which enclosure case it's going to work with your drive. Now we're gonna go ahead and shut down this bay here. By the way, this has a working fan inside of it. This one does not have a working fan in it. This one does not spin. This one's apparently broken or burnt out. Over time, these drive enclosure cases do get old over time. We're going to take the laptop hard drive. We're just going to sit right on my computer there, just trying not to scratch anything. We're going to take the effective case here. I think this is effective, but oops, there goes the USB cord. But I'm not 100% sure if it's a defective cap or a defective something inside this lovely Chinese-made hard drive enclosure here. And by switching the boards on these, you can just switch them out. You can just take the 2 screws, one here and one here, and just disconnect all the power leads, your power lead, your fan, and your switch from each board. And we're just going to go ahead and do the same exact test to see if this one is going to work. By the way, this one does not have a working fan, and it's a pain in the butt to kind of have everything kind of on your computer and kind of stuff like that. And by the way, I'm using USB 2, but not USB 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the original digital 2 terabyte hard drive, green drive, and we're going to stick it in the bay here. And by the way, this is a SATA connection. This is also SATA as well. But apparently, I don't know what's going on with this drive bay, the drive cases. We're going to go ahead and plug the drive in to the bay. By the way, these drive bays here are single drives. They're not hop swappable, by the way. They're only a single drive for a single hard drive. Let's go ahead and turn this one on and see if we get a same reaction. We probably might have the same reaction, the same as the case I just tested here. You can see it's now protecting a drive. You can see there's my drivers installing for the computer. And you can see it has popped up. My YouTube drive is successfully installed. Let's go ahead and check out the drivers. You can see there's the drivers right there, guys. That's no problem now. We're just having, I may just end up switching out the board from this one to this one for temporarily. I think I have a bad chipset on this board, and the board might be bad, and the can go bad over time. See, we are reading the drive nicely now. Let's go to the drivers here just to show you. We'll go up to the hard drive bay, and you can see there is my drive right there. And we are going to do the exact same thing. Take the small drive and test it in here. And if I am correct, if it's a bad board, I may have to go and spend a little bit of money on a non-hard drive enclosure case. That's fine. I prefer to actually have 2 hard drives instead of just 1 drive. Let's go ahead and exit. See, it exits just fine. Let's go ahead and power this baby off. We're going to just let it sit there, power completely off before I disconnect the drive itself. And we're going to go ahead and disconnect my drive. Very gently wiggling out of the SATA connection and setting the drive right off to the side. And taking the smaller drive and sticking it into the SATA port of the board arrow. But like I said, don't force anything. And like I said, this fan again doesn't really work on this one. See, it doesn't spin when you power it up because it's apparently the fan's broken too. Well, apparently I'm going to switch the boards from this one to that one. You can see it's now protecting the drive, loading all the duties, and it secondly has loaded the original digital on drive as well. Well, this has been a kind of a test. I was kind of trying to figure out what's going on here. And again, we go back up here. This is how to test your drive to make sure your hard drive is actually a good drive. And I just bought this a couple weeks ago, and I know it's still a good drive. But let's go ahead and exit this one again and put the Allen connector on. I'm just going to switch the boards off camera, stuff like that. It's just easier for me to swap these two. They're both the same identical hard drive enclosure cases and hard drive and bays and stuff like that. Now it has successfully and shut that guy down. We're going to go ahead and apparently going to mark this one bad with apparently a bad board. This one apparently has a good board. We're going to go ahead and just swap the boards for temporary use. I will buy a new hard drive enclosure to have 2 terabytes worth of whatever data, information, stuff like that. We're going to take the good board out of this one and put it in the effective board here. It might be a bad chipset, like I said before. Half the times these are dated on a certain use. And we're just going ahead and plug this back in again, and to show you if it's going to read the drive or not going to read the drive. It's a real pain to do this kind of stuff. But it's fun. I like doing this kind of stuff because I kind of understand how the computer works and how the drive works. Flip this guy back on, and it should be able to boot up. You can see how long it takes to boot. Apparently I have a defective board on this drive, or this unit here. Now, not every hard drive can be defective there, guys. Some hard drives can be defective, some hard drives cannot be defective. It only depends on how the hard drive was handled and how was the hard drive carried for. Let's go ahead and turn that guy off. And we're just going to repeat the process again. Take the small drive out, to the bigger drive, and put the little tiny drive, the laptop drive, and the SATA port, if I can't even find it. And we'll just flip it on. And this one does have the fan, it does work inside it. And you can see, there you go, it works. Now again, it's not a stable board. We're going to call that one the bad board. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on troubleshooting your hard drive enclosure case here. I've been troubleshooting this hard drive enclosure case for a couple of days now. I hope you guys please subscribe, please leave a comment, please like, please share, and also peace out by your tech Chris here, who likes to talk about technology. Peace out. Bye guys. See you in the next vlog.